How would you like not to have to file your tax return to the IRS every year? How would you like to stop having funds taken and withheld from your check every week? My name is William Carrier. I would like to talk to you today about the fair tax system. The current system is designed to have loophole after loophole. It was a Karl Marx proposed system that is so antiquated, the system is unable to be efficient and productive. The Internal Revenue System initially was conceived in 1862 to pay for a union tax system during the war between the states. It was ideal to be a temporary tax. Well, today we are, 2009. Last year, the IRS processed 236 million tax returns, collected $2.3 trillion in revenues, and has workforce total of 105,834. With over 60,000 pages of tax codes, rules, and rulings, the system is in need of repair. I receive a check from my employer. It has tax withholdings for FICA, income tax, social tax. It's taking tax after tax. So then I go buy a gas tank. I buy gas in my truck. I pay tax on that. I go buy food. If it's processed food, I pay a tax on that. Then, not to mention, when I go home, I pay taxes on my electric bill. I pay tax on my internet, my telephone. I'm taxed everywhere I turn. Not to mention my cell phone tax. I don't even know where the taxes are coming from on that one. Here it is, the meat and potatoes of the fair tax. I receive a paycheck. Whenever I go buy a new piece of furniture, I pay a tax on it. That's it. That includes the sales tax, the federal tax, the local tax, one-time tax. I know where my money went. I know where at one time I have control of it. It puts control of the spending in the person who earns the money. Does that sound fair? Oh, yes, indeed it does. This plan is relatively simple. It's not the same tax that was supported by the Congress. They wanted a flat tax, and it's also implemented by European countries. That includes a regular income tax as well. Now, this was provided for and supported by Mike Huckabee and was introduced in 2007 by Representative John Linder in 2007 by him. Just think about a system that would take the burden of the income tax away from the person making it and tax it to the system that's already in place. The system is already in place. Every time I go buy gas, the tax is already included in the price that's up on the sign. You don't pay 7% sales tax on that. It's all included. The fair tax would be the same program for a place buying a piece of loaf of bread. And if I go buy a $2 loaf of bread, say the fair tax is going to be 30%. The proposed is 23%, but let's say 30%. I will pay $2.60 for that loaf of bread. That's the taxes I pay. One time. No more. I have control. That taxes pays for local taxes, roads, local government. It also goes to federal tax provided for our military. One-time tax. Yes, I have control over it. Sounds too good to be true, doesn't it? It's a fair tax. That's where the design comes from. I'm tired every time I'm taxed. My check stub comes back. I have to decipher it and figure out where all my money is coming out of. In summary, the current tax system is gobbling up 1/3. This is it right here. It takes that much more of a financial year to earn a living. I have to work 1/3 of a year for taxes in the current system. Fine. But if I can have a fair tax and see where it's going, that's correct. I can see that makes more sense. But the new system is collecting would make so much more proper sense, because right now, a federal income system where the current tax is being taxed on top of being taxed, that is not fair. Thank you very much.